Ready for COVID Part 2, but 100 times worse. H5N1, aka the bird flu, is about to start spreading like wildfire according to multiple organizations, including the Gates Foundation and the World Economic Forum. They've conducted gain-of-function research on H5N1, which basically means they've turned it into a bioweapon. Sources are saying the labs where the gain-of-function research is being conducted are located in Ukraine. So while everyone is distracted by the war, they're planning on releasing a bioweapon. A vaccine for this virus has already been made, and the US and many other countries have already started purchasing these vaccines in bulk. COVID was a test run. It was all planned, and now they're about to begin the next phase of their plan.
Shalom, Yasha. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to Yehovah Elect Akim out there laboring, that are pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. This is your brother Amar from the GMS Boise, Idaho camp, coming at you with a quick up-to-date on what they're saying is the next Plandemic, being this H5N1 or the bird flu, which is nothing new. The H5N1, the bird flu, has been around before, around the 2008, 2010 era. I remember even as a kid of it being a big scare, amongst the people, as well as the swine flu, but going back to it, this is just another boogeyman that they're going to be able to use to push their agendas. They already have the laws on the books. They already have the plans in place. All they need is the right natural disaster to bring in the collapse of this system. And for how well COVID worked, in the sense of it shutting down businesses, destroying farms, destroying factories, people losing their jobs, eating up their savings. The biggest transfer of wealth in history happened during the 2020 COVID, pandemic. And this next thing is just another step in their phase of plans, because they say every 1 in 4 Americans would die from the bird flu. But guess what? Those same numbers, about, if not more, they say about 80% of the people took the jump shot, took the jab, and they say, and it's been backed by scientists coming out and blowing the whistle on the plans, that the people that took the jump shot have 2 to 3 years to live. So those people that have 2 to 3 years to live, and they start dropping like flies because we're in that time, they can justify those deaths for this new plandemic. Not the fact that it's gonna be taken as something that is just another sickness, because they know that this one is gonna actually be dropping bodies, man. They saw how well the first one worked. Like I was saying, shutting down businesses, people losing their savings, everything. So they know to tip the scales, or like the saying in the world goes, the straw that broke the camel's back. This is what could lead people to shutting down more businesses, jobless, not being able to have anything. And all this could cause sedition, man, because people ain't going to go for those second lockdowns again. And the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, ever since the last lockdown stopped, they have been warning of the next ones coming. This is 2nd Esdras 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And that sedition is, they're not going to go for these draconian lockdown laws anymore. But that's just what Esau wants the people to resist, so that he can push his plans along quicker, so he can be more violent with his laws, so the draconian laws can increase. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, because of this chaos that's going on, and Esau trying to control the storm that he created, so-called, he's just a pawn. We understand it's the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. But he's going to be quarantining cities, not to mention the 10 FEMA zones. Lockdowns are coming, i.e. a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So this is great tribulation that's coming. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Because when a man has nothing else to lose, he loses it. And when a man loses everything, he definitely loses it. And these are the times that people are going to, desperate times call for desperate measures, man. These people are going to turn into cannibals. These people are going to bring chaos upon each other because they do not know how to cope with the end of the world. They didn't prepare their spirit on these days that are coming ahead. And we always bring these scriptures out. 2nd Esdras 15th chapter, 16th chapter. It's on repeat. Why? Because we are in those times. We're living in these times. This is 2nd Esdras 15 and 49. I will send plagues upon thee. That's Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Widowhood. A lot of these women are going to be losing their husbands, sons, boyfriends, sweethearts over to the draft, to the World War III. Poverty. Going back to this shutdown, these lockdowns, these draconian laws could flip the economy over to where the whole US dollar is useless, which is their main goal, is to crash the US dollar to bring in the charagma so that everybody can get chipped up and that they can transfer all the money to a central bank digital currencies. Famine. No one's going to be able to eat if they don't have no food to buy, no money to buy food. Not to mention the farmers aren't going to have the resources to grow the food, to transport the food. No one's going to be working for the trucks. And not to mention the government has been destroying farms since 2019. The sword, or a sword, that's any killing instrument. Guns, sword, knives, hammer, whatever it may be. And pestilence, i.e. this next boogeyman that's around the corner. Because they can push these pestilence laws way more quicker because these fucking people already voted them in on the last one. So they don't need to ask people for permission. The laws are already on the books. They just got to move. They already transferred power to the World Economic Forum. It's ready to waste thy houses with destruction and death. So there's nothing good coming upon this place. Just judgments. So just realize that the next pandemic and the next thing Esau could possibly use has already been started. He's already transferred his power over to the World Economic Forum in the case of a natural or a biological natural disaster, so-called. So this devil's just waiting for these people to start dropping like flies that took the jab, or he can hit those frequencies just right and they can start dropping when he wants them to. But either way, we understand that these lockdowns are coming, more draconian laws are going to happen, and this is just another attack on the prophets, and a way that they can censor speech. But through the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Rakak Wadash, this message is going to be continually spoken. Because if you took all the prophets off the street, not a single one left, even the stones would cry out, says the scriptures. So understand that this is going to happen and these warnings do have to go out. So Lord willing that this was edifying to the elect. Until next time, Shalom.